Going live. You're live. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing today? It has been a while. There have been a lot of changes. As you can see on stream here, here's one. We're trying this out to make the streams a bit more personal. Let me know. Let LG know. What do you guys think? Do you hate it? Do you love it? Is it just fun? I think it's fun, but it's up to you. You guys are the viewers after all. But other than that, welcome. It's been a while. It's been like 6 months since we've done a stream. Longer since I've done a stream. I've been incredibly busy. I don't know what you're putting in chat right now. That is concerning. But anyway, I still have to put on the music. I completely forgot to do that. So while I put on the music, please let me know if my audio is any good, if it's dog shit, if it's whatever. Oh, I can't remember if like cursing in like the first minute really messes up the recommendations. I hope it doesn't. But let me get the music up, and then you guys are gonna have to tell me if it's loud enough, if it's too loud, if you can hear it right. Because I can't really from here. Okay, why are there ads on this? We never figured that. Oh, it's because it's the full soundtrack. Anyway, I digress. Let me loop it and shuffle the playlist. Let me turn that down. The mic is kind of scuffed. Okay, let me see if bringing it closer works. Is it like, in what way is it scuffed? Oh, it's going too loud. Okay. Let me turn that down in OBS. Let me know if this is better. Let me do that. Okay. Please let me know how this is. Oh, the mic is now worse. Okay. Hold on. Maybe I need to just get out my phone to see. I'm not sure. Let me see. What mic is being used? I don't actually know which mic is being used. Sometimes it does this weird thing where it just like assigns mic. Yeti. Apply. Okay. Is this better? I'm hoping this is better. You guys are gonna have to tell me. Much better. Move further, increase volume in OBS? Okay. I've done a few of those things. Let's see what it does. I'm gonna rearrange the... Sorry if this is a bit of a scuffed start. As I said, it's been months, half a year since I streamed. But I feel like scuffed is kind of par for the course around these parts. Regardless, I think I had it on... I didn't have it on my nice microphone. I don't know what it was set to, but now it is set to that. So, with that out of the way, now that's all configured. Hello, everyone. I know I already said hello, but I'm saying it again. We're back. Fashionably late. And I'm here to do more streams because we've been putting out updates, giving out previews and stuff as the campaign has been chugging along, as we've been working on it, establishing test builds, nothing public, of course, but slowly but surely are making progress. And that is what I'm going to be working on today. Because you see, we've got this problem with the campaign. The big lakes. Lord of the Rings, or Middle-earth, has a lot of these big old lakes everywhere. From Lake Numinos, the Rhoros Falls, Long Lake, all of them. A lot of big lakes that well, I can't really just take one from Europe and slap it in there, because it just doesn't really work. So, I'm having to make them all from scratch. I've already done the lake at Moria, and the lake at Lake Town, Long Lake. So, and today, we're going to be jumping all the way over to Arnor, and we're going to be working on Lake Numenous. And, depending on how well this goes, how many problems, how fast it's done, we might also do Lake, the Roros Falls, because I plan on streaming for like 4-5 hours, 3-4 hours, I'm not quite sure. So we'll see what our itinerary is for today. But, as always, I'm also, while I'm here to work on this, hi Gyro, when campaign, aren't you the first person who had a working copy? But anyway, as always, feel free to ask any questions you'd like. I'll do my best to answer them. If I can't answer them, or for whatever reason, I'll let you guys know, but send questions my way as to do with the mod, specifically, modding, Lord of the Rings, anything of the like, and I'll do my best. But without further ado, let's get started. So, this is easily the biggest of the lakes, because the Sea of Nirn, we could have done it as a lake, because I don't believe it is sailable, but it was done in a way that is sailable, because I don't think there's any, like, ports that you can embark ships on there. I could be completely wrong. But so besides that, so our third largest inland body of water is, right here, Lake Numenous. Uniting the dwarves under one banner. I don't know if there's a possibility to unite all of these subcultures of the dwarves, as in Eastern dwarves, Central dwarves, Western dwarves. I know that Erebor, in its campaign, works to reunite the fallen dwarven realms, but I don't know if there's a confederation as much as it is a reclamation. Okay, it is sailable? Alright. I wasn't sure if there were any ports on the sea there. But anyway, so what we're going to have to do is, currently, in the campaign, there's a big gaping hole right here, where this lake should be, because this tile, this asset that goes right here, that is designated by this coloring here, is non-existent. Just flat out, we don't have it. So, the first thing I'm going to want to do, is open up a fun app called World Machine, which we use for okay. Sorry if I'm late to responding to any of your comments, Alchi. I only have so many monitors. Maybe I'll open up Discord on my phone so I can see when you send me something. Anyway, regardless, I need to get up this app to, not as the World Machine program. I actually already have it up here, but I feel like I should give a bit more context as to why this is what we're working on. Why aren't we working on, like, Mordor or something? Oh, and I see your question, Nox. How long will the average campaign be turn-wise? So, I was talking with some testers the other day, and of course this is still a very rudimentary alpha state. I heard, you might be right that that's the proper name. I don't know the name, I just call this Lake Numenous. But sorry, Nox with the question. I remember hearing someone say that they were playing up until like turn 100 or something. Oh, Lake Evendim? Okay, I don't know. I just make the map. I don't know the map. I'm dumb. Will conversion for cities be slow? I um I'm not sure how long it will be. I'm not sure the exact like timing for that. Well, no. So the campaign, yeah. So I should say with what LG is saying, there is no turn limit. But I'm saying the longest I have heard someone playing for, like I heard someone play who was testing Gondor, was able to beat Mordor in 100 turns. That's what I'm saying. Um, but as I'm saying all this, again, why am I working on lakes? Why not, I don't know, something a bit more with a bit more spectacle, right? Like lakes are lakes. Well, so for those of you who don't know, the lovely Andy's Take did a video on our campaign, showing off certain aspects of it, and in that video, I think I can find an example of why this is so important. I think I was told that I could. Perhaps I was lied to. Okay, maybe I can't find... Oh, there we go. Okay, so you see here... No, that's not what I want. That is what I want. If you see here, and you look right up here, there's just a void in the earth. A big missing hole in the world. That is what all of the lakes look like currently. And that's what I'm trying to fix, because that's not very pleasant. No, that's not what I want. So, anyway, let me know if it's stuttering, because YouTube says it's stuttering, and I don't know why it's stuttering. I'm completely hooked in on Ethernet. Anyway. Yes, as LG is saying, anything comments I make on the campaign, I'm going to give you my best estimate. Okay, hold on. I'm going to be right back. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I'm going to try and figure out why this is lagging. Okay, my lovely American internet is having tons of fun. Tubs of fun. Why is the stream effing? Mike's better now. Well, that's good. What in the world? What is going on? Oh, that's probably why it's messed up. What in the world? Is it doing this? Is it working again? It says it's working again. I can't tell if it's working again. Is it like it says that it's messed up, but it says that it's working to a degree. Is it working to a degree? A slight degree, maybe? I think it's working. I think it's working. I fixed it. I don't know what was going on, but I think... Let me know if it's working now, people. I can't see myself. But yes, it is a VTuber stream. Oh, now much better? It's working? Oh, thank gosh. No, it shows green, but it says no data. I'm very concerned. I don't know what that error code means, but someone said that it's working better. Just lag? Yeah, just lag. Yeah, American internet. American internet, indeed. Um, Working for you? Yay! You can't see it. I don't have the tracking for that well set up on here, but I threw up my hands. I should get full tracking. That would be fun. And I got my headphone cord caught and almost just yanked my headphones off my head. But anyway, if things are working now, I did have to turn off the music because I wasn't sure if that was causing some of the lag. But if things are working now, we can get back on track. So, before technical difficulties, which are a feature of these streams, I don't know why. I blame Texas internet. I put the blame all on that. But anyway, the goal for today, like Avendum, which is its name. I know that now. I'm smarter than I was like 10 minutes ago. But anyway, how are we going to do this? Well, I already have the layout for it all plotted out in here. All done up to match our concept art. Which I think this has been shown tons of places before. But if you haven't seen it, this is our concept. This is the map. Concept, map, concept, map. But anyway, so what I'm going to do is I am going to take this. Yeah, LJ, I know music is gone. I'm just because music and streaming the music on YouTube is another layer of potential internet usage. I turned off the music until the stream seems to stabilize more. Then I will turn the music back on. I just don't want to risk it right now. Hope y'all understand. I know the tunes are very good for jamming, but I just want to make sure that you have a stream to watch, even if it's not quite a jamming stream. But anyway, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set up a mask here in Photoshop that I'm then going to import into World Machine to start basing our lake off of. So I am going to have to find some concept art, 'cause I'm not sure what kind of lake Avendum is. Like, is it a beach? Is it like a sandy beach? Does it have sandy beaches? Is it more is it more rocky, cliffy? I actually don't know, so I'm gonna have to look. Ben, no, not at all. It is leagues more complicated. For the start, most of the tools, most of the in-house tools that Creative Assembly had were never properly disseminated out to the community. They were never properly spread out to the community. And there's also just the entire engine is different now, and the entire process is different. But anyway, so let me save this as a copy. .png, save as Avendum.png. So I've got that saved. So the KME tool is available to some modders. I can't really say more than that. It's still in alpha, or beta, or whatever. I never understand the different terms, but it is not fully publicly available yet. It will be. It is not yet. If there's any questions I missed while I was dealing with technical issues, please let me know, and I will try and answer them again. But for now, I gotta come in here into World Machine and place down a file input. This will just allow me to load up my thing here. I want to interpret this as an RGB. Okay, and someone was giving me a tip on something that I messed up. Okay, I will ignore you. Alright, what was Tyr saying about that glitch? Okay, cool. How many regions will TD have? I don't know the number off the top of my head. I think it's somewhere around 250. I think, if I remember, it's in that ballpark, because I believe we are using every available. Yeah, we're using every available one. Every available. Yeah, 200 something, as Jairo said. We're using the entire. The entire limit, because there is a hard-coded limit of how many we can have. Just in total, it's baked into Attila. And I believe that is the number that we have. So, which is considerably larger than Base Attila. Base Attila has somewhere in like the upper hundreds or something, mid upper hundreds, as in like 170, I think. 256, yeah. And if you're curious as to a size comparison as well, in terms of that's just a number of settlements, what does that actually mean for scale? Well, I can show you here. So this is Thrones of Britannia, another Total War game. I played it. I like it. I made a mod for it once. I never finished it. Mod broke. It made me really sad. Okay. But so in the question of how large will the map be? Will it be big? Will it be small? You shall see in a moment. Yes, there's a lot of them in this. But let me just go and delete that. Okay, delete foreground color. Or no, I want to do that. And I want to remove from selection that. And I want to control C. And I want to control V. And I want to move this layer all the way up to the top. Okay, so this right here is the Thrones of Britannia map. Actually, this isn't as good of an example as I thought it was. Hold on. Let me bring up what I actually want to bring up. Data, Total War Attila, assembly kit, raw data, terrain, campaigns, Attila map copy, tilemap.png. And select, move that, Control C. So the map is the same dimensions as the base one, but I could have sworn I removed that. Oh, I said to continuous. Delete. Delete. So you can kind of see over here the size comparison. So we actually have a lot of land in our map. So while we have tons of settlements, no areas are overcrowded because we have a considerable more amount of landmass than Base Attila. But I did compress, and I come back to here. So, yeah, hard-coded 255. And I think I remember that is how many we have. But anyway, enough of that. Okay, hold on. So I need to come here. I need to see something. Editor brushes. So how did these editor brushes set up? No, that's right. That's right. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, they are. Okay. I'm actually gonna try something here. I might have to redo this thing, but we'll see. Let me just do new layout. No, not what I wanted. I'm just gonna restart this. Create a new project. I messed up this project. No, don't save changes. Okay, let me get rid of that. File import. RGB. Adjust that to center it. There we go. That's better. Okay. And let me make this more like 20 by 20 kilometers. And then up that resolution. No, not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do 1, 2, custom 280. I don't want that. And then I want to do 20. No, so this is a true hard limit. This is a true hard limit that is, there's nothing that can be done about it. As opposed to most limits, this one is truly, it is the engine's capacity. It cannot go beyond 255. In the newer games, so I think Total War Troy, for instance, can go beyond that limit, but not Attila. It's just not in Attila's ability. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the base of the lake set up. I'm probably going to change this. But what I'm doing here is I'm just using this handy dandy tool to make the terrain of the lake. Because it looks a lot better when you do it this way than painting it by hand in the TED editor for like 5 hours and then having something that just looks like an utter, unambiguous mess. Shapes list. Okay. I get the shape list up here. Bring the default height nice and down to move that fall off distance down a bit. Then just cut the fall off in half. Cut the fall off in half. So I want to see if I can't get all of this edge here, or almost all of it, within the bounds of this. And then I'm just going to Control-C, Control-V this, and set this back to just being height input. And now what I'm going to do is this. 256 is max hardcode for all reasons. Yep. Can Warhammer 3 go beyond it? Yes, Warhammer 3 can go beyond it. Because Warhammer 3 is a new warscape. Attila, Rome 2, Attila, Thrones of Britannia are in Warscape Gen 2. The Warhammers, Troy, Pharaoh, Three Kingdoms are in Warscape Gen 3. Napoleon, Empire, Shoguns are in Warscape Gen 1. And so sound editing is something that is being worked on, but it is actually very hard to get right, and there's a lot of stuff going on in that department, and it is one of the progress is slow but steady. LG or someone, I don't know, if you join our Discord, we might have something on its status and what skills we need from people to help. You can find the link to our Discord in the description. I don't know how the link works. I put like the Discord overlay link on. I don't know if it works properly, but anyway. So let me set this here to just like get that. Because, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make sure that the lake does not bleed out from the mask of the tile. Because the tile mask is supposed to keep everything inside of its own confines and not, like, bleeding into other tiles and stuff. Will there be a Mordor campaign? Yes. So version 1 playable factions is, I might miss one or two, Gondor, Mordor, Rohan, Isengard, Dunland, Lorien, Mirkwood, Anduin Vale, Erebor, Dale, Harad, Erebor, Dale, Harad, Dol Guldur, I think. I don't know. Goblins, I think. Dwarves of the Red Mountains. There's a lot of factions, good and evil and neutral. Because a lot of the men who side with Sauron actually have opportunities to not side with Sauron in our campaign. So if you're playing in the... Okay, there you go. LG knows it better than me. I'm trying, because I don't know I can't say which ones are playable and which ones are non-playable. Not off the top of my head. I only know the faction list. Yeah, no, mapping truly is the hardest part of modding. If you're counting both the visual mapping and especially the AI code mapping, to get the AI to register everything correctly, that is just easily one of the hardest parts. A very wrong list. Okay, I tried. I named all of the playable factions. I then named other ones that aren't playable. Yes, so, Karaman, I don't know if you saw before when I was bringing up the physical size of the map. If we are talking playable land area, we have more than the base Attila. I don't know how much more we have, but like I haven't done the math of what is the percentage. The ring is, Gollum is not, unless we're referring to a very old joke of Gollum leading a faction of space dwarves as the final boss of the campaign once you reach turn 1000. It's, in regards to extending the limits of the Attila Grand campaign. Oh, for the Attila Grand campaign map. Well, oh, you mean like adding in India and stuff? Yeah. Because I know that 1212 is enhancing the campaign map, but it isn't adding really new regions, though you could do stuff like add in India and whatnot, and more of Africa. No, so this tool is not actually used for Napoleon Total War. You don't actually need this stuff for Napoleon Total War. So Warscape Gen 1 had built-in campaign map tools. Warscape Gen 2 and Warscape Gen 3 do not have working built-in campaign map tools. Okay. So I have this here. Let me just put in the guide level. Okay. How does this look when I hook it up to that instead? Alright, oh, wait, I moved out of the camera? Oh, I'm back in the camera. Okay. 12 Grove Crusade to Mordor crossover submod when? When you make it. Always looking for new modders to do fun, crazy things. Yeah, so Northern Europe and Britain are very small. 1212 I know is expanding Northern Europe. Theoretically, the map can be larger borders. I don't think anyone's actually tried it out yet, but you can resize the map using Kami, but you'd have to completely rebuild it from scratch. So, it is, Yeah, it would be a lot of work. Okay, so well, let me turn off the scene water. So what I'm currently looking for is to see if there are any areas that are really like sunk down below this, because I want the entire edge of this to be at one level. Okay, that's not that bad. That's manageable. Because I want just a flat outer line, because that will just connect up to everything next to it. But yes, whoever was asking about Erebor, not Erebor, Eriador. Eriador is V2. There's a lot of fun stuff to be seen there, but as LG was saying, they don't play as much. The factions there do not play as active of a role in the War of the Ring, and at least for V1, our main focus is the War of the Ring. Okay, let me just save this, because I need to check out how my coast erosion, how I set up the coast erosion for the Rorose Falls, because I really liked how I did it there, and I don't remember how I set it up. So I'm going to open up the Rorose Falls project. Right here. Okay, sip of water. Okay, I put coast erosion after. Okay. I'm gonna copy. I'm just gonna copy this over here. I'm also gonna try putting the music back on, because nope, that's an ad, and which doesn't make sense. Because I guess it's because YouTube just puts ads on playlists. Yes, the extra added hard region limit is yes, the region limit is hard coded. Also with Rome 2, if that's what you're thinking of, like a Rome 2 remastered. Rome 2 has its own share of problems due to essentially being the least easily moddable of the Gen 2 Warscape maps. Not impossible, it's just harder, because it doesn't have a lot of the same tools that actually came with Thrones of Britannia and Attila. Yeah, no. Now TDD has now joined the VTuber community. See, I always just felt that streams were just too impersonal. Like, you were just looking at the screen and just heard me talking. But there was no me there. There was just screen and voice. So I wanted to spice this up a bit. And we also decided it was very funny. I wish I could. I'm gonna be honest, I rigged this up. Oh, no, Ben, I thought you were talking about because you were asking about making maps as big as Rome 1 Remastered. I was thinking if you're referring to, like, making a Rome 2 Remastered that is similar to Rome 1. But no, there is no pre-existing Rome 2 Remastered that I know of. Alright, so have this. I want this to be more pronounced. Well, oh no, what I need to do is I need to... Now I see it. Okay, yeah, that's much better. Okay. Yeah, well, so the map is the same size as Base Attila. It's simply not quite pushed to its extent. It is utilized to its full extent. Thrones of Britannia actually has the same size map in terms of regions as we do. Okay, I'm liking this more, but that's a lot of bleed over there. Yeah, you can use your PC as a space heater. Uh, I don't know about that kind of erosion. Let me think. Well, where does where does this connect? This it connects there. Okay, where is that? We come in here. Let me get natural. Let me get a river. Okay. This right here connects up to that corner. Cool. Okay. Which I just that corner. Cool. River generator. I just want to add a reach coming right off down here. And then river. Okay, I'm liking the shape, but this erosion on the coasts is not very lake-like erosion. I gotta do something about that to make the edges look better. Because just like right now, I don't know. I'm just not the biggest fan of it. Also, this is way too deep. Over here, this river. I gotta shrink the river. Also, I gotta extend the river out so it connects better. That's step one. Okay, that's better. But then I gotta go edit reach parameters, valley width. Blizzard temperatures. Yeah, I'm honestly sometimes when I'm doing modding stuff, Attila can already heat up during a blizzard. Not that I get those here. Where I'm moving next year, I will. I'm excited for that. But for now, I'm still stuck with the Texas heat. Alright. What does this erosion look like? That erosion doesn't look good. That just removes the lake. Smooth and... What is going on with this? What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out the natural settings here to get this looking like a real lake. And I have zero idea why it just decided to do that. Well, that looks suspicious. Let's see, full strength just erases it. Cool version 2. Alright, maybe what I need to do is I need to increase the absolute differences. Or, I know what I need to do. Natural file elevations, full range, specific range. Drop this down to like 1/800. Bring this down to like this. This has not worked at all. My plan has backfired drastically. Okay, what happens if I just yank that up to there? Nope. Okay. Bear with me for a moment. How do I do this? How do I get this looking good? What erosion modifier did I use before? You know what? I know how to get this looking good. Don't do things original. Just copy them from my pre-existing work. That works well. I can just do that. I did it before. Why do it again? because I was very happy with the erosion here. Just copy that. Load back into a window. It is complicated. This right here, what I'm working on, isn't. I mean, this you can actually find tutorials for on like World Machine stuff, but that's because this isn't even Attila specific right now. It's just, why is it doing that? For some reason, it's wanting to just delete this bank of this coastline of the lake and just spill out all of the water. And I have no idea why. Why is it doing this? Does that have something to do with the river? I'd assume it has something to do with the river. Is there any work planned on making a settlement model for Erebor? Planned? Yes. In progress? No. We are always looking for new architecture modelers. We have probably out of everything we have a lack of and desperately need more of, it is architecture people. So if you are skilled with modeling and are good at modeling architecture and buildings and have free time and aren't afraid to learn new techniques and processes to get things working for Attila, please apply on our Discord. Oh, if you have pre-existing experience. We aren't able to take in complete newbies and teach and train them up. But if you have pre-existing experience when it comes to 3D modeling, we would love to have you. Okay. What if I just turn up the rock hardness? No, it's still doing that. Why? Why? It has to be the river. Bypass device. Yes, it does. Bypass device. Disable device. No, it still does that. Why is it doing that? In chat, if any of you in chat see something glaringly obvious that I'm missing as to why this has decided... Is it hard to create custom siege maps? So, I have two different answers for you. Well, there are unique siege maps and then there are more generic siege maps. Of course, in general, Lord of the Rings, Middle-earth, doesn't use your generic architecture of Europe. So, we did have to make custom architecture for Gondor, etc. And so, but once we have architecture sets built, generic architecture sets that we're able to use for the cities of Rohan, use for Gondor, use for Mordor, we only have said architecture set for Gondor completely finished. The process of building maps is, well, it can range. It is intensive because there's a lot of stuff going into it to design a good map. But arguably the hardest part of the whole thing is the architecture. And then we also have the whole discussion of custom settlements. Minas Tirith, so for version 1, we want to have Helm's Deep, Isengard, Minas Morgul, Barad-dûr, Blackgate, Minas Tirith, Erebor, all of which need their own entirely unique custom map assets. We also have Morias, the 3 Morias, which are done. But of those, we only have the 3 Morias, then Isengard and Helm's Deep. It's just, there's so much to go into each of them. It's, again, We need more architecture modelers. But anyway, I'm trying to figure out why is this doing this? Why? Why? Wait, it doesn't even show it in here. Hello? This I'm so confused. What? Huh? Excusez-moi? Why is it doing this? Why? I don't understand. This. Why? Why is this? It's showing me different outputs based off of what window I look in. This is supposed to be the same. It's how it works. It's supposed to just be different perspectives. Okay, this one shows me that. But the individual 3D render shows me that. I don't know. Why is it doing this? Why is it doing this? Mine's think like, okay. See this I'm okay with. You know what I need to do to figure out what is actually going on? I need to just set up a height output here. And reset editor brushes. New folder. Bim. Set. Bend. Okay. Right output to this. Yes, build it. Okay. Now, Photoshop. File. Open. Burris. Okay, so no, there is the issue there. Why? 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 This is the joys of modding. Typically, honestly, World Machine is usually the easiest part of the entire process, but not today. For whatever reason, it has decided to be a troublemaker. Alright, I'm gonna try something. What if I yank this up more? No. Why is it... What about the erosion is making it erode away that section of the map? What is making it do that? You know what I'm gonna do? Because this has helped before with these kind of things. Control C, new. I am just gonna bring it into it. I'm just gonna copy and paste it into a new thing. Let's see if this works. Okay, I have to 20 by 20. I have to redo a few things here. Let's see. Maybe this will work. Just bring it into a new... Didn't work. Okay. Why? Will there be more VTuber streams? If you guys like it, if you guys say that you guys like it, there will be more VTuber streams. Just because I have fun doing it. I think it's entertaining for me. So, yeah. Yes. Yeah, no, Osgiliath is something we've been working on, but yeah, it needs more architecture. Osgiliath has all of its ruins, and even its unruined state has everything like the Dome of the Stars. But yes, again, LG is speaking fact. Okay, why? Why? I'm gonna just delete this erosion and get myself a new erosion. Okay, it fixed itself. Fixed itself. Hey, I just swapped out the erosion for new erosion, and now I have new erosion. That is different. Because yes. Hey man, if you learn how to use the TED editor and stuff, we are also always happy to see new talented map makers, because as I was saying, we also need generic maps and such. Yes, I am the only developer for the campaign map, for the visual side of the campaign map. So it is just me here. I have no help. I'm all alone. And it's definitely not because I'm a terrible teacher who was never able to teach anyone well enough for them to be able to help. That'd be crazy. I mean, I'm liking where this is going, but it's too... Let's turn down the erosion duration. Okay. Now we're looking at something. Which rivers will be sailable? You know what? I can just look. Just to make sure I don't get it wrong. So, sailable rivers are this river right here up to here. I don't know what this river is, but this river is sailable. Hold on. Photoshop does not like all the buttons I just clicked. It says I clicked too many buttons too quickly. Alright, yeah. Photoshop, please allow me to continue clicking buttons. It is a requirement for my current task. There we go. Okay, so this river, partially sailable. Yes, this is the... No, yes, that's the Tharbad River. Tharbad is here, I believe. But... Or maybe that's Tharbad. Yeah, I know it's lower than the other sides, but... It shouldn't be, and I'm not sure. So, that's a sail... So, the Anduin is sailable for an extent... We used to have a lot more sailable rivers, but currently it is only the Anduin up to Osgiliath and this one up to Tharbad. There are no other sailable rivers anymore. There used to be more. It used to be this river was sailable all the way to here. Rivers sailable into here. But no more. We decided that it worked better for gameplay and stuff. But the Sea of Rune and the Sea of Nirn are all sailable, and you can build fleets there. I don't really know why you'd build fleets in Nirn, but Sea of Rune will be a location for battles between the Easterlings and Dale on both land and sea. As Dorwinion here comes under siege very hard. It gets battered. Especially because of how strategic it is. And of course, if you can gain control over the Anduin as Mordor or Gondor, it makes your life a lot easier. Put spam fleets in the Sea of Nirn. You got to be ready for when there was originally a plan for it, but currently what we have for rivers is going to stay the way it is. And this is actually like V5 of rivers or something. So it's been through a lot of deliberation. I don't remember why we removed the rivers from Nirn, from Rune, but we did. There was some debate and then a decision made. Okay. So yeah, so the side is shorter here. Why? 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 Why do this? Why do this to me? What did I do to deserve this? Yeah, we know we did plan to. No, Gollum Space Marines spawn. Gollum Space Marines with their goat cavalry. Oh no, they do spawn in Nirn. I think. Yeah, their fleet descends from orbit into Nirn. For those of you who don't understand what I'm talking about, you don't have to. It's an old bit. It's a very old bit. Oh, that's what I did. I downsized that to 180, and then I forgot to do the same over here. So yeah, you should actually start building up your fleets in Nirn. You don't know when those Space Marines are going to arrive. Once they get on land, their goat cavalry will tear you to pieces. Of course, that's at turn 1000, you know, when Gollum's Space Marine army spawns. So you don't have to worry about it till then. You got plenty of time to build up. No, it's doing the same thing again. No. So turn up the erosion duration. No? Move up. Okay. So that's fine. That side is fine. But this side just keeps breaking, and I genuinely don't know why. Because it doesn't really make sense. If you look at this coming in here, so take a moment to render. If you look at it in here, this is all the same height. No? Yeah. This is all the same height. But then for some reason, like if I look at it on here, yeah, that's all the same height. But then for whatever reason, it stays the same height here. Even though I add in the river coming over to there, it remains the same height. But then, when I plug in the erosion, this side just drops. Is it because of the water? Is the water like trying to flow out in that direction? Oh, maybe. No, but it still happened even when I removed that. What happens if I just lower it to here? I don't understand, people. It doesn't make sense. Because the rest of the... I like how the rest of the map looks. Like, the rest of this lake looks good. When I pop over here to coast erosion, I render it out, it's gonna be fine. Like, this is what I want, but this section just cannot go. What I'm doing is I am working on designing Lake of Vendim for the campaign map. Because it needs a custom map asset for it, and that's what I'm currently trying to do, but I'm having this weird problem where the tool I'm using is deciding that this coastline is not something it likes. That the eastern coastline should not exist, which makes me sad. I would like an eastern coastline. Please. Thank you. But apparently I don't deserve an eastern coastline. I guess this is what I get for leaving you guys for half a year. I swear I had a good reason, but the tool doesn't want to listen to me. It's like, no, you didn't use me for a year. Why should I help you now? But what I'm really confused by is in the 2D view, it doesn't show the problem. Is it so crisp when I close my eyes? I can try and fix it. I'm gonna be honest, I put this together in like 10 minutes. You can actually almost see it. This is one of our concept arts, our Boromir's Guard concept art. Tracked just onto a VTuber model in something. I just like stuck it on there. So that's why it is so jank. Because this isn't like a properly built out yeah, no. It's just the Gondor slapped onto something. It works well enough. And if you guys like it, we'd probably end up putting together something better at some point in time. Alright, what happens if I adjust this river? Angle it down. Maybe it's like trying to dispense the water over to there. I fixed it. No, I didn't. It's... Yeah. TDD engineering. Yeah, it's our professional grade software. It's our professional grade work that is very robust, and I did not do in an evening while laughing my ass off because I thought it looked hilarious. Sorry, chat. I'm just trying to send a message to someone. Just asking for... I have a question about something. There we go. Alright, so... I think it might be that why it's doing this. So chat, I'll actually give you guys an option. I have a working height map that is not broken for the Rhoros Falls. If you'd like to see me stop struggling here in this, I can move on to the I can set this aside to finish, figure out my own time on my own, and we will work on Rhoros Falls instead. If you guys want to see that, just let me know in chat. I know I set the stream up as Lake of Vendim, but Rhoros Falls also needs doing, and it's not bugged or broken or whatever this is. There's probably some human error going on here that I don't understand what in the world is going on. Let's try one more time just to replace this erosion. Then, but let me know in chat if you guys want. Okay, so this works. What if I just increase the rock hardness, decrease erosion duration, post erosion? Debugging is fun to witness. Wow, I'm glad you enjoy my suffering. I mean, this isn't terrible. This is workable. Honestly, this is workable enough. Like, I can make this work. Like, I'd wrap... Honestly, I'm gonna go with this. This... I want to turn up the erosion just a bit more. Or actually, channeled. I'm going to turn down the channeling depth. Move that back to 70. Okay, that's more like what I'm talking. That's more like it. Most of these like big things will get reduced because the resolution of... We'll see in a moment. Okay. Let me just plop this on here just to see what it looks like that. That's not right. I wanted the extents map. Yeah. Okay. We'll try this out. Height map export. Write output to disk. Oh. Now it says it's working. I think I had a small F there, but now it actually says it's in excellent condition, which is the best it has said the stream is the entire time. So I'm gonna trust YouTube Studio here, and I'm gonna get this up. Okay, new tile, campaign, size. What size was it? How big was it? 34 by 38. Ooh, that's a big boy. I hope this doesn't crash tag, because sometimes when I make a tile that's too big, the editors do not like it. They try and kill themselves. The programs, I mean. But no, Ben, it was not just you. My stream did lag. Okay. I've got this established. Now I just need to come here, paint, height map, add, scale 100, load brush, editor brushes, addendum, addendum.png, fill with brush. And I forgot something. I forgot. Why are these here? I thought I said it. I'm not gonna think about that right now. I'm gonna do the other parts first. Open addendum.png. That's not what I wanted. Open Roros editor brushes addendum.png. Update, sure. And now I just want to go image rotation, flip vertical. For some reason, Ted flips brushes now whenever I try and use them. I feel like it didn't used to do this. Like, this used to not be a problem, but now it is always a problem. Which feels like a good analogy for life or something. I don't know. Okay. Fill with brush. Okay, I like what I see. Now let me go edit height scale. Max height -70. Let's try that out. Yeah, still apply. Line. Apply. Sorry, I'm just trying to get these edges to line up here. I gotta get this perfect or else it doesn't work. Oh, get some of the fired Blizzard 3D artists. Oh. Oh no. Maybe, LG, you should look into that. Okay, so it's good, but it's still got this little... Wait, is that a depression or is it too hot? It's a depression. Let me just go 55. Okay, there we go. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Okay. So now what I have to do is this. File, save tile, lakes. I don't know, maybe they're talented. Someone suggested it. But yeah, I feel like they probably are more interested in finding new jobs now. Hey. Okay. Now where the... There we... No. Yes. Yes. No. Yes. Tile properties. Nope, won't let me do that? Okay, fine. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just move Photoshop to other monitor. That'll make this easier. And then full screen this. Because what I have to do now is I have to establish the special mask for the tile that will make it work correct. Okay. These tiles are not valid. This to here, yeah, that's a file, is not valid. These two are not valid. This to here is not valid. This to here, not valid. This is not valid. This to here is not valid. I won't be able to see you chat for a moment, so please forgive me if something goes wrong and I don't notice it. I'll try to check in. Does it currently have my eyes closed? Why does it have my eyes closed? I don't understand it sometimes. I gotta figure out how to get the tracking working better. This to here is not valid. This to here is not valid. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I do that. Then I do that. And no. I still have to do one more thing for this side. Wait, what? I've done something wrong. Oh no. Oh no. Fuck. Okay. Wait. 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1. Oh, okay. No, I'm fine. Crisis averted. I did not terribly. No, I did. What? 1, 2, 1, 2. What? Okay. So what I'm currently trying to figure out is why I have too many things here. So there's 2 tiles over there, 2 tiles over there, 2 tiles, 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 2 tiles. There we go. I messed that up. Okay, so I'm just gonna set everything over here back to valid. Okay. I figured it out. I'm a genius. Okay, let me move this back over to my second monitor and get back to things. And remember, guys, if you have any miscellaneous questions about the mod, about modding, about anything, ask them. Send them my way. I'll try and answer them. And if I can't answer them, well, I tried. That or I wasn't supposed to answer them and get yelled at. Oh, I've gotten much better at not doing that. Okay. I'm also going to try and throw the music back on. Let me... A moment. Okay. That is the bottom end of the coast done. Now I have to count. One... No, I don't have to count. Because technology. 11 pixels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Bring that over. Invalid. Up to here, bring that over, invalid. Bring it to here, bring that over, invalid. Up to here, bring that over, invalid. Over here, bring that over, invalid. It's like carving away at a sculpture or something. Slowly but surely, the shape of the lake is revealed. It's honestly kind of satisfying. But regardless, let me get shot back up for a second. The VTuber Gondor thing goes crazy. I know. Hold on. Oh no, that was the wrong button. Wait, was that the right button? No. Oh, no. I wanted that button. I set up a preset that is there. Yeah, it does go crazy. Look at how cool I am. It does indeed go crazy. I don't know my toggles yet, so I accidentally put on one of the ones that I made just as a joke. Oops. But anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do, do, do. No, don't tell me I messed it up again. No, 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 no. 1, 2, 3. Oh, fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cut! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one should be a 3 drop. Cool. There we go. I fixed it. There have been times where it's taken me, like, just actual hours just to do one mask for bigger things. And now we get to pick a color. Alright, chat. What color should I pick for this tile? I'm thinking like a light blue. A light greenish blue, maybe. Kind of desaturated. Because that's what most of the colors are for this. I'm gonna go something like that. I think that that is gonna look good. Yeah. Okay. There we go. I only swapped this over to Rock B, which looks a lot better in these circumstances. Rock B for better. And then, okay. So now... Yes, I've been chained to the dungeon. I escaped. That's where I actually was. I escaped from the basement for... I escaped from the basement for 6 months. And it was really nice for those 6 months. I got so much stuff done. You know, I went out, had a life, but then they caught me again. They sent bounty hunters after me. I couldn't do it. It was like, it's like the scene in a Fellowship where the orcs come and grab Merry and Pippin. It was just like that. If you're trying to picture how they got me back into the dungeon, identical, except there's only one instead of two. Little short people being kidnapped. I don't know why I've just outed myself as being short. Okay. Anyway. Alright, let me texture this first, and then I can see about dealing with those problems. Or actually just smooth. Give me a big brush. And let's see if I can just blend this. Big brush. Oh, that's brush rotation, not brush scale. Yes, let me rotate my circular brush. I'm sure this will make many things change. So it's shitty leftovers. What to do with shitty leftovers? I mean, how bad are they? What is the dish, LG? What is it? How bad are they? Okay, that's not gonna work. Which means I'm gonna have to come back to here. I'm gonna have to swap that there. I'm gonna have to come back over here. I'm gonna have to cry a whole bunch. Wait. Well, this looks like it should work. Oh, no. I know how to figure this out. Do that. Generator. Nope. Combiner. Multiply that by that. Oh. Yeah, that doesn't sound good. Yeah. Yes, campaign streams are back. And if I'm going to be honest, I want to aim for 2 streams a week. I haven't told LG this yet. I haven't actually told anyone this yet. But I want to aim for regular streams, averaging 2 streams a week. Okay. You're the one who said it wasn't good. I don't know. I don't like couscous. Wait, which one's couscous? I can't remember. Is that like hummus? That's like, that is the most American thing I have ever said. I think. I have a feeling you're about to flame me. Okay. What is couscous? Is that like hummus? I don't remember what couscous is. It's more like rice. Oh. So it's like, it's little, let me find a picture. Oh, it's that. It's that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no. I mean, that dish doesn't sound bad that you're talking about. I'd eat it. I think, maybe. I'm always fine with leftovers. I don't really mind what it is. What I do mind is that I have to keep downsizing this because it's too big and it's bleeding over the edges and it's really annoying. And now we have sparked a debate in chat over what couscous is. Is it rice? Is it rice? I don't know. Oh yeah, I feel like well, do you have any like sauce with it? Like, I don't know, you have like marinara sauce in it or something? That sounds like it would be tasty. Like the dish you described, if it had some sort of sauce. You know, I remember the discussion we were having in the team channels the other day about pasta. So we were having this discussion the other day in the team channels about pasta. And because we have a lot of Italians on the team, it's disproportional. It's really weird. Like, you look at our player demographics, American. Our team demographics, so Italian. But anyway, a debate started on what were proper ways to serve pasta. And we were talking about, and more so on what each person's definition of plain pasta was. Some people were saying plain pasta is just straight boiled. You take the noodles, you boil it. That's plain pasta, some people. Others were saying plain pasta is just butter pasta. Salt, pepper, butter, that's plain pasta. I agree with that group. And then someone comes along and says, and actually this is one of the Italians who comes along and says this to make things worse. He just out of the blue goes, yeah, one time I only had pasta, but I didn't want to cook it, so I just like ate it like cereal. Or was it rice? I think it was pasta. But I do not understand that man. Yeah, I don't understand him. And he's Italian. How did he do that? He's just a crazy man. Drinking water and eating raw pasta and mixing it in his mouth? No. No, no, I do not want that imagery in my mind. Oh, that's disgusting. How much more do I have to downsize this? So what I'm doing right now is, because the problem is everything is bleeding over into the outside area that is supposed to be not like brought down from zero, is it supposed to just stay at zero? So I'm having to just keep shrinking the base of the lake so that the erosion does not set channels out of the bounds that I want it. And so it's just trial and error to see what I can get and to see if I can get something that works. But anyway, I think I've almost got it. Yeah, there we go. It's okay. It is missing a lot of lake. Like is supposed to come up to here, but it fits the shape. It's just a bit smaller. I could distort it. Wait, can I enter precise value? Well, how do I know where that is on the XY? Is there a way to know that? Edit shape properties. There we go. Okay. You got a buddy who snacks on raw pasta? No. What is wrong with people? Now I want pasta. I'm having a problem where now I really want buttered pasta. But I'm streaming. And so I'm sad. LG, quickly, can you ship me, how fast can you ship me some buttered pasta? I know you have magical Italian powers. You should be able to, like, instantly send pasta anywhere, right? That's something Italians can do. You're willing to drink raw eggs? That's worse than snacking on... That is worse than snacking on raw pasta, because raw eggs can kill you, can't they? Okay, I no longer value your opinion on anything to do with food. Ooh, change out the butter for olive oil in the pasta? Okay, I'll try that. Ben from the sewers. Yeah, the name does match. Alright. It is? But what isn't this over here? I know I was taught from like since I was little, don't eat raw eggs. You're gonna get salmonella if you do. That's what we're told. Like like you're told don't even eat the cookie dough. Like you can't you're not supposed to eat cookie dough because if you do, you're gonna get salmonella unless it's like specially prepared. So I don't know if you guys just have better eggs. We just have terrible eggs. I can see that being the case. Oh, you could okay. Okay, I thought you meant just like crack open the egg and pour it down your throat. Cuz that seemed you guys yeah. We just subsidize our agricultural industry to no end. So you can get away with whatever. We have caves full of cheese because we bought the cheese from our farmers because nobody wanted it and we didn't know what to do with it, so we just stuck it in a cave in Montana. So we have like this cave that has enough cheese to feed the entire world for like a week or something. Just in cheese, just sitting in a cave. I don't know exactly how much it is, but it's a lot of cheese. Okay. And try one last thing. In my cheese cave, I don't know. I still know where I think would be the best location. Well, you know, LG, I'm supposed to be doing one of my study abroads in like Belgium or something. So maybe I could actually come to the TTD reunion if we did it there. And I'm thinking Brussels is where I want to do study abroad. It's like between Brussels and Paris. Yeah, it's so wasteful. Like the amount of food we just toss or just store away. It's like I get it that it keeps our agricultural industry very strong. It's why we have such a strong agricultural industry, but the strength of the agricultural industry isn't really real. Yeah. Well, so I've been taking French and stuff, and also am I'm majoring in political science. So it's so somewhere like Brussels is ideal or Geneva, but my school doesn't have any programs in Geneva. We do have one in Brussels though. So I've never lived near the farming areas. I've always been city boy, but driving through them, it is crazy to see. No, I'm not familiar with that, Ben. Is it a dish, or are you referring to the dish? The food, not the people. Yeah, no, I'm familiar with the people. I don't know the food. I know the people, not the food. Okay, I think I've done it. I think this looks how it needs to look to fit on the map. And now I need to flip it. But no, I'm not familiar with the dish. Just people. um Edit, image rotation, flip canvas vertical, save. No, well, you can get a flyover of the editor in this stream. I will give you a flyover of the editor. I will not be giving you a flyover of the campaign, of the in-game, but you can see the campaign map in the editor. So yes, I will give you guys a flyover. Presuming I get to that, which I will, because I actually did something. It's raw beef meat with an egg or other things on top. Oh, that sounds interesting. Wait, it's raw beef meat with a raw egg. Raw beef with raw egg? That actually, I don't think they probably don't sell that here. I'm gonna wager. The Egypt game Pharaoh has as much modding potential as Troy. So it doesn't add anything new beyond Troy, but it does still have good modding potential. Not for our mod though, because we are not we had this discussion a long time ago of whether or not we would ever port to a new version, and the decision was no. We would never port to a new version. At least not until this version is finished. Yes. And we are most experienced with Warscape 2.0 and don't have as much, really any, like, as a collective, as a team, we have a fraction of the experience in Warscape 3.0 that we do in Warscape 2.0. One more, negative 53. Nope, negative 52. Negative 52. Okay, this looks much, much, much better. There's still a little bit of problems here, but this I can actually just smooth out. You finished all the leftovers? You can't believe you're seeing this, us being VTubers. We're actually thinking about, like, doing it so that we have multiple devs on screen at once as VTubers. We should we gotta set it up so that we can do development streams in VR chat with all of us there, dressed up in gear and stuff. Make ourselves avatars. Honestly, if you guys like it, give us some feedback in the Discord. If we see enough support for the VTuber model, we might invest more time into it. If you guys do really like it. Yeah, Karpov, when are you gonna fix the you? I don't know if that's what he meant by fix the battles. If I'm being honest. Honestly, well, also chat, not because of the nudity, but this is just a discussion of, because currently we only stream on YouTube, because currently we only stream on YouTube, we have talked about streaming on Twitch, but we don't know if it would work or if it would really be a good idea. So let us know that as well. Sorry, LG, I'm going behind your back on this one. I still think it would be a good idea to stream on Twitch, but not if chat says they don't want to. Okay, is that... No, there's still that very noticeable line right there. Okay, so what I can do is... What is this for? This is for the Dawnless Days Total War mod. It's a Lord of the Rings total conversion mod for Total War Attila. And right now I'm working on the Lake of Vendim in Arnor. Yeah, just stick to YouTube. That's I've sort of been thinking that because we already have an audience here. We have the channel. It's a lot easier with VODs and stuff, which is just what a lot of what we have. But yeah. Okay. Yeah, Twitch does require a lot more. It's just the reason why I've sometimes thought about Twitch is because it's very good for new people to find the stream, but I don't know how much our kind of streaming really leans into that. Okay, so it's too much there. So I could just... No, I want to edit shape properties. Fuck you. Let me move this. I mean, don't we actually have... What even was the Golem game? I never even, like, looked at anything of it. I did hear that Return to Moria was okay, but it was painfully generic. Like, it wasn't very innovative. It was just, like, a reskin of normal survival games or something. I don't know, LG. Pirate Software and the new programming and development stuff on Twitch is doing really well. That's what made me think about Twitch in the first place. But anyway. Well, okay. Let me try this. File, open, addendum. It's Moria. Oh, it's Epic only. Oh, I didn't know that. That's a choice. Oh, it was mid. There are ways to stream on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Yes, but honestly, with how bad my internet connection can be, might not even be possible. Okay, edit height scale. Minus 59. I don't want to picture that, man. Is there a chance CA makes a Lord of the Rings game one day? Probably not. Hey, who knows? But I don't. Okay, here we go. Okay, I gotta flatten that out right there. But other than that, I think Lake Avendim height map is done. Which means... yeah, they probably will just keep milking Warhammer. It's like, don't get me wrong, I actually enjoy the Warhammer games a lot. Yeah, if I'm being honest, they're my favorite of the modern Total Wars to play just outright. Like, in terms of, like, without any mods, they're probably my favorite. But still, I do completely know that they're not for everyone, especially in terms of gameplay changes. Come on. Let's... oh, you know what? Honestly, I'm gonna leave that. I don't think it will be that big of an issue, and I want to move on to the next phase of this. So I saved that, but I actually want to try something. Absolute. 0. Fill. Alright, so chat. I have two versions of this. Let me just reload. Because I want your opinion on which of these two versions I should use for this. Okay. So... alright. So this is version 1. Still untextured, but there's... no. There's version 1. And now... absolute. Fill. Add. Load brush. Addendum. Fill with brush. I'm trying to figure out if shallow is better or not. Something tells me it will be, but at the same time, you just get more definition when it's not. When it's less shallow. But we'll have to see. Oh yeah. That looks a lot better, actually. Yeah, no, I'm a fan of this. I was going to ask you guys to vote, but I don't need to. I've decided. However, I'm going to throw back on the music, because, yeah. However, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick, chat. So now that we've got this, I'm going to be right back. Also music again. I got it working. So I will be right back. Feel free to, like, if you have more questions, just throw them in chat and I'll answer them when I get back, but I'll be 1 minute. Yeah, but also, I've seen people talk about Creative Assembly in chat. Creative Assembly is also just having problems in terms of staff layouts and stuff. Admittedly, the whole industry has. I think I was reading that, like, what? The gaming industry has lost, like, 15% of its staff? No, that might not be right. I don't know. But anyway, now that we have this, I have to output the textures. And so this is the flow mass. This
Hello.
is the wear mass. Oh, hello.
So are you set up for me speaking into the stream?
Almost. I can do something that will make it so that you can be. So,
Okay.
Stream kit Discord. There we go. Install for a bit. Voice switch it.
What?
No, I just had to press a few buttons, and now
Okay.
here we go. LG, our community manager, has joined us in.
Hello.
Has
Yes,
joined us for
I
the
can
stream.
actually see now the. Yeah, I can actually see it on the screen.
So let me know if
the-
you guys hear him. But yeah, he's here. So if you have any questions for him, LG is our community manager, and are you technically one of our team leads? I guess you are.
I mean, I'm not like in charge of the production and stuff, but I know all of the plans. I have access to every channel so that I can, plan the communication strategy, what to tell people. So more or less,
Yeah,
I know a lot of shit.
he does. He
That's
knows more.
kind of-
He somehow knows more shit than me. I don't understand it. It's unfair. I
I
just.
mean, it's like I check every channel like every fucking day. So.
Yeah.
It's
I just
like,
pay attention to my 2 channels that are relevant to me.
Yeah, I guess there's that. Yeah, and I'm also HR department. Thank you, Carpo. Thank you.
Yeah, he's the HR. He's in charge of hiring, or well, not hiring, but recruitment. So if you do want to join the team, and you have skills, he is.
I mean, I'm not alone. I'm not.
The whole thing just died. Are you there, LG?
Not for me, for everyone.
Okay, no. Okay, you can hear me now.
Yeah, I can.
Okay, it's back though. It just completely effed and then went back up to excellent. I don't know why. It just sometimes it will just be running at like a meh at like a meh resolution connection, and then it will F, and then it will just go whoop and come right back up to the top, and I don't understand it, and it scares me, and I'm not gonna try and figure out why it's doing it, because I fear if I do, it will truly break. Yes, LG is also our Discord firefighter who's in charge of all our stuff.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay. So fill it with sand.
Yeah, come on, guys. Though, like, give us some questions, like, and
Yeah.
actual interesting questions, because so far Like, you've been asking the same questions over and over for all of those streams that we have ever had. Like, it's
Like,
always the same question.
ask us, like, interesting questions. Like, what's your favorite map? Or what's something that people wouldn't know that you can tell us? Or, I don't know, things like that.
Yeah. Like, something happened, you know? Like, we have shown you the actual campaign. Like, you have seen it in Andy's fake video. So, like, you know, there's so much shit going on in that video. There's so much stuff that you can ask about. So, you know, we're here.
Us.
We can tell you a lot.
We are here to do that. This isn't just a development stream. This is also a community outreach stream. So, if you guys aren't reaching out in our direction, we can't really reach out in yours. Alright, fill with brush. What the fuck? Oh, god damn it. Okay. Sorry, I have to fix these brushes. I broke the brushes. When campaign, so Karpov, if you do this thing called open up Discord and go to your channels that you have access to and go to the channel called campaign testing, you already have it. Yeah. So Karpov.
Yeah. He's one of the blessed ones.
Yeah. This looks so weird. Like, this looks like one of those, like, weird worms that you see in, like, the videos that, like, reach out with tendrils. Absolutely. Yeah. I hate it. I hate how it looks.
You know, or even, like, you know, when you when people pour, like, I don't know, some kind of metal into an ant's nest.
Yeah,
and then they take it out. Like, it's something like that.
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of it. I just...
Yeah. Or a lung. Yeah, it looks like something from inside the body. Like, it's... Yeah, pretty freaky stuff.
I don't like it. Sand.
Any progression for the voice lines? Again, like I just said, don't ask the same questions over and over. And you, Lucky Storm, I know that you always ask this question.
All right, I'll answer it anyway. No.
Actually, like there was progress. Like, fine. Like, what happened was that someone developed a tool to change voice lines for Warhammer 3. The guy then disappeared. He didn't want to finish the tool for Attila as well, so we basically stopped the progress on that. And then a guy came along, and he's actually working on it. And he's actually. Wait, let me verify something. Yes, he's actually in the chat. Like, Tolsky is actually the developer who has been a godsend. And he's actually changing a lot of stuff. Like, he's really working hard in order to get us, you know, to be able to change audio, like, altogether for the entire mod. So, yeah. Thank you, Tolsky. You're a brighting shine of hope.
Will the Nazgul have a flying mount? Sadly, no. That is not a feature we are able to implement. It's simply not within the limitations of Attila. Like, there's a way we could do it, but it would not work well, and it would be so janky. It would
suck. Yeah, and it's just a loss of time, in the end.
Like, because the amount of time that would be needed to put into making flying Nazgul mounts, that same amount of time could be put into
making the perfect troll.
Yeah, well, the trolls are good enough for now, but I would say making Ents or making Grand. That's what Grand is more.
Yeah.
Oh wait, is this the wrong...
someone said that.
Huh?
Someone said that there was flying units in Med 2 somewhere, but, like, for example, Divide and Conquer doesn't have them. Reforged doesn't have them, I'm pretty sure. Like, the biggest mods for Lord of the Rings don't have them because they are so janky. Like even there.
Yeah. And we like so, and actually, and to be honest, things like Ents wouldn't actually be that janky. We could do that and have it work pretty well, and so that would just be
Yeah,
more
they're
of a
the same
priority.
as yeah, they're the same as
Honestly, you know, I should
trolls
say
in the end. Like
Mumakill are probably the Mumakill are next on the list, aren't they? Or
what?
I don't know if that's a leak, but aren't Mumakill next on the list
Yeah.
of
Yeah. The list, the complete list, like everything that we have planned is trolls, wargs, and Mumakil.
yeah.
Like that's it. Like we haven't planned anything else.
Yeah.
Because it's so difficult to find animators. It's so fucking difficult.
Is it a leak to say the status of the Mumakill model? I don't know if we ever said anything about that.
No, we don't have it actually.
Oh, we don't? What happened to it?
No, we don't. I think I remember talking about it with Victimize, but I think like in the end we don't have it. Like it's just we don't have it.
Oh shit! I thought we did. Well, that
no.
Because we had someone made us a really good one, but then
maybe never sent it.
That happens so often. That happens way too often.
Yeah.
He's like, do you remember all of the Rivendell architecture?
Yeah.
Oh god damn it.
Yeah, with the Khazwar.
Yeah.
Quasar, whatever. Yeah.
With the Rivendell architecture, the same thing happened.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, guys, like you can see the limits of modding. Like when you're in a situation like this, like when you plan something and you're saying like, yeah, you know what, we're gonna release an update that is going to have, I don't know, Rivendell, and then it's gonna have like, I don't know, whatever else, and then you meet the, I don't know, the human condition. Like it's just you have issues that of course a company wouldn't have. So how can we like tell you, yeah, we're gonna release in 1 year, in 2 years, or whatever? Like we really can't say. Like not for an update, not for the campaign. Like we just can't say. We can predict when everything will be fine and we'll have everything ready to be released.
Yeah. The fiefdom update has not begun. We don't have 3D modelers for it.
Yeah. Like we have a good system for units. Like we basically our unit lead, characters lead, Ulter, basically came up with this idea that you will use a board and make the planning of every asset there. And essentially that will mean that every asset is reused for many units, which is great because it speeds up the process a lot.
Yeah.
Instead of like making, I make one soldier, then I make another one, then I make the variations for those two, etc., etc. You make those models and then you use them, then paint them with another color, etc., etc., for different units all across the factions as well. And so we started this kind of planning for the fiefdom rework, which means that there are some assets that are ready, but other than that, no, it's really low priority. Like we're missing other factions that we want to have for the campaign. So
though, and correct me if I'm wrong, in terms of 3D, even higher priority than unit models is architecture models, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, we just need like the focus is on. I think I wrote it before, on generic settlements rather than iconic ones, because in the end, like when you play the campaign, you're gonna first of all like, how many of you have always played every siege in a Total War game, like a Total War of Attila or whatever? Like sometimes you just alter resolve. So the what we need is generic settlements that work for all of the all of the other factions. Like we just have Gondor architecture, and we can adopt vanilla architecture for Northmen factions, like Dale, Rohan, Dunduin Bale. But we need the rest.
I still will never understand why our first real delve into custom architecture was Moria. The amount of effort we put into Moria
Because we're fucking crazy.
No.
That's why.
The amount of effort we put into Moria, we could probably have all of Mordor. Well, we could probably have of Orc architecture or all of Dwarven architecture instead.
Yeah.
Well, but actually,
yeah, absolutely.
I'll rephrase that because also Moria is where the team learned to do crazy architecture. So
yeah, you can see the process. We do that, and then we're like, I remember I was like, no, we have to make a video for this one. Like, I love it so much. Like, we did so much shit. Like, this is so cool. And then you play it, and it's very difficult to make.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult to play in that map, etc., etc. Like.
Yeah, it's. So, can I say that we are working on things? I'm not going to say what we're working on in terms of architecture, but I don't know. We are working on things, slowly but surely. But yeah.
No, it's fine. Like we have some Dwarven architecture for Moria, and we're gonna either use that to make generic Dwarven settlements, and we are working on Orcish architecture because it's like the most needed probably out of all of them.
Because the main most players are likely going to be playing as Mordor or Gondor and fighting over the Anduin Valley. Like, that's going to be the most played area. As a result, that's where the things surrounding that are our priorities when it comes to architecture.
Yeah. And of course, like, this mod used to be called Rise of Mordor, so...
What? No. I don't know what that name is.
We have to focus on Mordor.
What? I've never heard of that name in my life.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, Isengard is... Yeah, like, it's... Like, we are doing some stuff for Isengard as well. Like, some of the assets can be used interchangeably, I guess. Like, if you just make the how are they called? Like the building structures.
And it is nice.
The wooden. What are they called in English? Like the wooden structures around a building that's been built.
Scaffolding.
The scaffolding, yeah. Like all of the scaffolding, like you can use them for Mordor, you can use them for Isengard. Like they're not gonna, like, they're more proper for Isengard, but it's not like they're gonna look out of place.
Okay. So now save a copy. Oh, I forgot to add in the water plane. Okay, I can do that in a moment. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to process this so that we can look at this in the editor and see all of the hard work. What I've been doing is I've been updating this section on the map to accommodate for the changes that we made. And yeah. Now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to save this. The campaign is still a ways away. What? Karpov, no, you don't want it. Mordor is broken in the current version. There is no Mordor. You don't want it. There is no Mordor. Literally. It's gone. But what did I do to my texturing?
John, could you elaborate on what you said? Like, sometimes the warrior maps are made big for the sake of it, but when I load up mods with big maps, the world feels sparse. Like, are you talking about RPGs? Are you talking about maps where you fight, like our Moria or Elm's Deep? Like, what are you talking about?
I think you might mean the whole campaign map.
Okay.
Because
yeah, I mean, if something is unknown, I guess it makes me feel the same way. Like, if I don't know anything about a certain part, like if I open up CK3 and I see that there is, like, you know, the eastern part with India, etc. And I know nothing about India in the medieval times. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna care that much,
I don't know
guess.
if we ever talked about this. The original plan for the campaign map had the southern coast of Middle Earth in it. I don't know if you know this, LG.
Yeah, I remember.
The original plan for the campaign map had the southern coast. It was scrapped, but it was there.
Are we actually on the limit of?
Yeah, no, our map, we have the maximum number of things. LG, do you want to give Okoi campaign tester access? I'd be down for
What?
that.
What?
In the chat, look.
To the lake?
Hold on, no.
No, what do you mean? Ah, yeah, okay. We spoke briefly on Discord.
Okay. But yeah, well, how many people are working on things? What are the questions?
Yeah, sorry, just nice to see you. Okay.
Yeah. If you do
I'm
actually
get
have
back to you.
any questions on that, do message LG, and LG do message back. You know.
I always message back.
That's fair. All right, let me look at questions. Specifically, Total War campaign reworks. Like, I'd rather have a medium to smaller witch map. Well, so we've sort of done for both of that. We now have that's the wrong map. We now have more by way of space, but we also have more settlements. So I will admit, certain areas like the Far East are pretty, I wouldn't say sparse, but it might take like 2 turns to get from settlement to settlement in the Far East or Far South. But that's sort of how it's supposed to be, because these are very underpopulated regions. But then you go over to the west, if you go over to Gondor, it's packed. Okay. I just need to copy this.
John, we have a channel in our Discord that is called Tester Application, and if you want to apply to join the campaign testers, you can do so. However, keep in mind that we are looking for experienced testers, like not people that have played a little bit of Total War and just want to see the campaign. Like,
yeah,
we really need experienced people to check what we have done, to see if everything works all right, etc., etc.
That and or yes men who praise us exorbitantly and say that we're perfect and all of our work is amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, we are, like, Momo kills are not broken. They are just baby, because we don't have the resources to make the big ones, because we lack animators. So whenever we will have animators, we will make the normal sized Momo kill.
Honestly, the only thing we need more than architecture modelers is animators. Mainly because animation is like just such a sought after thing. It's finding talented animators is no, Karpov is definitely certified.
With the Woodland Realm and Lotharian, just have normal settlements or something special? Well, you have two iconic settlements for both of those. Like you have Erin Lasgalen, which is the palace of Thranduil, so the capital of the Wooden Realm, and then you have the capital of Lorien, which is called. Leo, help me.
This place.
Caras Galadon. Yeah, Caras Galadon. Yeah. So you have these two iconic locations. The rest is generic, let's say. So those are the two iconic ones that will try to have the same, more or less the same layout as in the movies. What, of course, like we don't see them in the movies really, like we see Helm's Deep or Minas Tirith. So it's not like we have a lot of references, but they will be like unique. Whereas the other ones will just, be generic.
Yeah. But they will still be special settlements, as in.
Yeah.
They will still look all, big giant trees. I don't think this is a leak. We actually made special giant Malorn trees that you can send units up to, and it's kind of like the Ewok village from Star Wars. And you can position units up on this platform and just rain arrows down. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Yes, Ben.
Yeah, we tried it with the.
Our priority is generic settlements, but.
Yeah. I was just mentioning the plans.
Yeah.
I remember when we tried it, like Palotti tried it with the naphtha throwers, like the.
Oh my God, he did.
The Isengard Grenadiers from the top, like bombing below.
I think he had
so
one
beautiful.
unit killed like 5,000, didn't he?
Yeah. It was amazing.
Yeah. I actually probably have the asset in here. I don't think I can show it, but because it's not working. In my version, at least. But we actually did this thing with the Malorn trees to reduce lag. So we actually... So I do want you guys to know, we do our best when it comes to performance. Sometimes our best is very shitty. But we do still do our best. I spent like a week trying to optimize the performance of the Malorn trees, which I ended up doing. Like doubled the FPS on the Malorn tree maps. So we do care sometimes. We only care when it's not the testers who notice something. When it's someone besides the testers. Because, like, will you be able to do custom settlement models in the campaign map? Yes. That's actually something that is my purview that I will be working on, and we may do on stream in a few months. Because it's something that
we have also already done.
Well, we've done it for a few, but not fully.
Yeah, but it's already a proof of concept. You know?
Yeah, no. So it is something that, honestly, if you guys want to see that on stream, not for several months, because I keep losing the map. I'm just going to, I keep accidentally clicking, and I can't find the map in the editor anymore. My camera is, like, so zoomed out, I don't know where the map is. I can't find it.
This is such a weird program. Like, these programs are so weird.
Well, yeah, they're just made so poorly. And some of them literally have features removed. Like, essential features that were just scrapped. And
weird stuff. So currently you can't find the map?
No, I found the map. I went back. I managed to find the map. I was lost.
Yeah, sorry, I'm watching the stream.
Yeah, I was lost in the void.
yeah, now I see it.
Okay,
now I see it.
Trackable.
Yeah, because I'm watching on YouTube, and of course it's delayed.
I do believe you can set the Malorns on fire. I do believe so, because the way they're configured is they're configured as normal trees, which are flammable. So this software is actually proprietary creative. I don't know. That might not be the right word, but this is from Creative Assembly. This comes prepackaged with Total War Attila. and it runs and works like shit. It is dog shit, but it is usable. And this is the tool that map makers have to use. I saw someone asking for making, what's the process? How hard is it to learn to make custom maps? The actual process is not the worst. Getting TED to work properly is the worst. So, right? So,
yeah, you're just gonna get like random stuff from time to time, like everything is working perfectly, and then one day, like it stops working.
Yes.
For no reason whatsoever.
Yes. I'm guessing LG said as much about the unification quests while I was indisposed by my internet, but yeah.
Yeah, which they haven't heard, of course, because if you are not, if you're lagging, like I'm lagging as well.
So they didn't hear it. Okay, so then I'll say it again.
That's why I repeated it.
Yes. Specifically, uniting the tribes is a big one. Both the Easterlings and the Southrons have major things about warring for power and trying to unite the tribes. And there is a mechanic, I believe, for Mirkwood control. LG, correct me if I'm wrong, where you get bonuses depending on if Dol Guldur or Woodland Realm controls more of Mirkwood, I believe.
No, it's like everything is subject to change.
Right. Yes.
We are set for certain factions. Like we have great mechanics for Rohan and Isengard, as well as for Erebor and Gondor. These are the ones that are like completely decided, as well as Dale. As for the others, we are still working on other things because some have other scripts, and of course, like new ideas come up, and then some other ideas are shut down because they're difficult to implement, etc., etc. So, like, like everything is subject to change. So, I'm not so sure like the Wooden Realm will remain as you said. So, like that's why I didn't bring it up.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, no worries.
Oh yeah. So there have been times where we have lost team members to how bad the tools are. Like, I can say that without a doubt. There are members of the team who would probably still be on the team, former members of the team who would probably still be on the team if the tools were easier and worked better. Of course, I'm dealing with extra lag on the tools now because I have all of the OBS software and the VTuber Studio open, but this is fairly close to normal. Sounds like CA mod tools, yeah? Yeah. The best running of the tools, I mean, I was going to say that Terry, which is the campaign editor, the campaign visual editor, is the best running of the tools. And I should say that performance-wise, it is the best running of the tools 50% of the time. Feature-wise, it is completely broken, and we actually had to make a fix for it to even work. So, yeah, the only one that has okay performance was completely broken when we first got our hands on it. So, yeah, CA mod tools. But anyway, I think that this is done in terms of the water. I think that this looks good. Or at least looks passable for now. The soldier, that's me. I'm here to dance and talk.
Move your head a little bit.
Oh yeah, let me. Woo. Did you see my cool sunglasses earlier that I put on?
Yeah, I saw them.
Yeah. I've been setting up toggles. I have one that like makes me squint my eyes and stuff when something's not working right. Yeah. I really had to sell LG on the idea of this. He was against it from the start. I had to convince him that doing a VTuber would be fun.
Yeah, it's not as bad as I thought. Also, there is a white something sticking out from the back. I don't know what it is.
Okay, so that is the actual VTuber model that I stuck
Yeah, I figured
this on top of. So as I was saying, if his chat seems to really like this, we've actually had a bunch of people come in and say, "Oh wow, VTuber, cool." So if that keeps up, we might, I don't know, make an actual one or something. I don't know. It would be cool if we like.
Yeah, let's keep it like it's. Yeah. Personalized one. Yeah.
Yeah. I think like the Don Maroney, the artist concept would like something like that would be great. I love that. You know the concept I'm talking about, LG?
Yeah, of course I remember. Like when I made the video on the Ron faction overview, and I used it like all the time to when Maron was explaining stuff.
Oh,
it was pretty cool.
Wow.
If CA was to release a new historical Total War and it was actually good, would you be able to just import the assets to the newer game? Well, the point is that people fail to understand when they open a new mod and stuff. Like, it takes a long time to learn how to mod a game. Like, it's not that easy. Like, it's not like just there is a new game, everything is the same, whatever. Like, it takes a long time to understand what can you actually do and what you can't do. So even if someone wanted to, even if we wanted to port our assets to a new game, like we would have to delay everything for years again. And that's why it makes no sense.
We would only do that after V1.0 of Attila Dawnless Days comes out. We would not delay V1 of Attila Dawnless Days for anything. And even if we were, it would have to be the most radically new and improved Total War. Like, they would have to bring back matched combat. They would have to have properly working mod tools. They would have to have every feature we could possibly want for us to actually move. Because also,
and everyone is finish it.
Because also the amount of time we have spent creating new features for Attila, like building tools or whatnot, to allow us to add our own creations into Attila, is...
Yeah. And everyone is under the impression that Attila is somehow garbage in terms of modding, which it isn't. Like, except the AI tool, which was like, of course, like it was like perceived as something that had blocked us and everything. So everyone was like, yeah, Attila is a problem because you can't mod the campaign map. Like, that's not the whole story. Like, Attila has so many features that we can add in, and it's so great in terms of mechanics and stuff that are so perfect for the setting of the Lord of the Rings that it's difficult to think that there will be a new game that is so good. Like Pharaoh, probably in terms of some of the ideas and mechanics behind it, like it's similar to Attila, which is why like so many YouTubers were saying, yeah, they brought back some great features from older games, but other than that, like it makes no sense. Attila is a great game to mod.
This is something people don't actually realize. Attila is probably the second easiest of the modern games to mod. Besides Thrones of Britannia, Thrones of Britannia is actually the easiest because it is the most stable. But it has its own problems in that it doesn't really fit with our design and what we want to do. And I have eaten so much seaweed. I hope you guys have it here. But throughout this stream, I have gone through like an entire case of seaweed from Trader Joe's. I've just been eating seaweed. So much seaweed.
Seaweed sounds sketchy.
Have you never had seaweed?
No.
Really?
Beside the one for sushi.
Yeah.
Nori. Yeah.
And if you're wondering what's going on right now, chat, I'm currently loading up the tool to process what we've done and put it into game. I've actually done a bunch of stuff that like have cut the load times down by at least half. The load times still are a good 5, 6, 7 minutes. But in the meantime, this is the perfect time for more questions because you have our complete attention. If you want a tour of the concept, I can give you a tour of the concept, though this one's outdated. Do we have a more
of the concepts?
Yeah.
Which concepts?
Just the general campaign concept, because this one is outdated in terms of settlement placement.
I have no clue. Like, honestly, like there was so much stuff that was planned and then changed during implementation that I've lost track. Like we don't have like a definitive map because in the end, like we just
so much stuff just gets changed
to the actual game. Yeah, we added global toll fallacy. That's one.
Yeah, you know, I like that one. Though personally, I still think, though I don't actually know how it would play. I feel like it should start in the hands of Umbar because that will make them raid Gondor more. But that's just my opinion on it. I don't know.
Yeah, but Umbar needs to be annexed by the Radrim, so it makes no sense.
Well, if I remember correctly, Umbar is really the only faction that we plan on adding playability to that doesn't already have playability.
No, we don't.
It's
like we just.
Okay, did that change?
No.
Okay, my bad.
No,
I thought that there had been talks about adding Umbar playability. Okay, we do got questions now. Does AI actually attack settlements? Karpov, are you still in chat?
And yes, if you have double question, whatever, like just ask questions. Don't worry.
Yeah, just ask questions. But Karpov is Karpov. How would you answer Anonymous's question? What would you say? You have the most experience playing.
He said yes.
Oh, okay. He said yes. In this mod tool, how far to be complete the map? For me, it looks almost finished. It is to a degree almost finished, but it's like we've built the entire structure of the house, but it still needs furnishing. It still needs furnishing. It still needs insulation. It still needs plumbing. That's important. What are some of the riskiest tasks left with the mod? So I guess you mean like the most difficult? Probably, I don't know, mountains. I have to do all of the Mordor mountain assets, and has a lot of room. Yeah, I'd say Mordor, because adding in Mordor textures and stuff, there's a lot of moving parts, because Mordor is more or less entirely custom, that just leaves a lot of room for things to break. That's actually why Mordor is currently removed, and why I can't send it to these new updates to Karpov, because I broke something, and then I just removed it until I can go and address it.
Okay. Will Arnor be a formable faction?
Yes.
Okay, so as we said before, hold on.
Okay.
Okay, so two things. First of all, Eriador is not a place where anything happens during the War of the Ring. Like, nothing happens over there. So, to make it playable, we have to make up a lot of stuff. And as such, like, for the first version and for the most of the future versions of the campaign, Eriador will be completely locked. So nothing will be there. You won't be able to access it. Until we can actually make up some conflict or whatever in that region of the map. Arnor is going to be a formable nation, let's say. Like as Rangers, you will start as an Horde faction, then you will have to save the free people, more or less. Like you will have to complete some missions, then you will be able to settle down and become Arnor, and after that you will have to the mission to achieve the reunited kingdom. But this is something like that is so far away, like in terms of campaign design, that it's not really like these are actually our plans as of now. They can change,
yes,
because they have changed a lot, like so far.
To answer question, what do the red and gray dot squares represent? Those are settlements. Red settlements are inhabited, with squares being region capitals and circles being non-capitals, and gray are desolated. But this has been updated. This is just still in terms of settlements, this has been upgraded. Do we plan on doing, once we get audio done, do we plan on localizing it?
No. Also, I don't know if you meant actually like other different races voice lines, like you said afterwards, like dwarves, elves, human.
Oh.
So first of all, we are gonna start by using the inventory that is given by Battle for Middle Earth, which is what every Lord of the Rings mod for Total War uses. So we're gonna use that, and we're gonna use it to fill out all of our needs. And then if we feel like there is something needed, then we will record voice lines. That's kind of the idea. As for the release date, guys, as we've always said, we don't have any estimation. Like, it could be 1 year, it could be 2 years, it could be 3 years, whatever. Like, we can't really, plan anything because we do this in our free time. So it's not something like anything could happen. Like, Leo could lose his entire computer and
don't say that. Don't.
Our servers could explode, like whatever, like anything could happen, and basically production of the mod will be stopped for months. So real life always takes precedence and stuff. So that's kind of the idea.
Like, admittedly, I'm not gonna have another 6-month hiatus because I did the thing that I needed to do during those 6 months. And got that done, so now I'm back with this. Okay, we actually got a lot of questions. Alright, we gotta keep up. Alright, what factions are planned to be the most difficult? I think the answer is Anduin Vale is the most difficult? Or...
I mean, it's not playable for the first version.
So oh, well, what is the most... Because Gondor has the most... Gondor can go bad, so maybe Gondor? I can't really
Gondor
say.
Is going to be fairly difficult.
Yeah, so let's just say Gondor.
Okay. What else? Will you be able to use Sauron once you are modern and have gotten a ring? Yes, those are our plans. We will see once we get to implementing them. Like, we have done other kind of mechanics for most of the playable faction for version 1. We haven't actually gotten to implementing our ring script, but we'll see how after we do that.
For the question on Isengard, that is because the Isengard custom settlement has not been properly implemented yet. I still have to do that later on. So once I do that, the Attila settlement underneath it will go away. Will the public be able to properly make a campaign mod? Yes, all of our tools, once they are done and are no longer buggy, and we have full confidence in them, all of them will be released to the public. Though some of them may have some limitations, such as no monetary use. Actually, I can say that there will be a limitation of no monetary use. Other than that, they will be released to the public. Localization, I'm sure, we would be fine with localization.
Yeah, the point is, that we can contact people, like we have some plans to contact some people to do localization, but in the end, so far, people from all over the world have made their own submods to change the language. So, we're gonna try to favor it, but it might not be up to us. I don't know if we don't have any Chinese people in our mod, for example. So who's gonna make it?
I see a question about farms. So Karpov is going to enjoy this. So, yes, we actually currently have so many farms around Gondor that it crashes the game because they're not optimized properly. So if you try and play in the current test version, if you try and play in Minas Tirith, there isn't a Minas Tirith map yet, I should clarify that, but if you try and play there at the placeholder, your game crashes because there are too many, because I put in too much farmland around it.
Yeah, and
it kills your
right,
game.
But all of the maps that we're making right now are very they are so beautiful. Like they're so beautiful. Like they look straight out of I don't know if you've played it, Kingdom Come Deliverance. Like you really feel like immersed in a city, something like that. So they're really beautiful, and they are full of farms around them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some of Tyr's new maps look beautiful, so good.
Yeah.
How many people work on the project? I don't know. I remember at one point it was like 60. I'm gonna say 60. That's my best estimate.
Yeah. No. Oh, Durin, my man. Hi. Good to see you, man. Dopo lavati, which is of course Italian. Once a battle of the Pelennor. It's kind of difficult to set the eye so that something like that happens. But like you will see it. Why not? Like I guess you will see it. Like a situation like I think Victimize posted it in the previews. Like you can see Minas Tirith basically like surrounded by armies from everywhere, and
Pollen. So currently we aren't showing a full preview of the map, but if you join our Discord server, we do post previews of it, and there's some crazy things of like the Siege of Osgiliath and Anduin Vale somehow getting 24 Doom stacks. I still don't know how that happened. And yeah. How long will Gondor AI survive? I'm not sure. From what I understand, it's actually been doing pretty well in most test runs.
I've already answered.
Yeah,
don't worry.
Can custom generals die? Yes, I think.
Yeah. We are like planning on adding some features like named characters from the books, maybe like surviving a few times, like they get killed and then they respawn like a couple of times, but we still have to test that, and we'll see.
Yes. Minas Tirith is planned for V1. So special maps planned for V1, not guaranteed, are Minas Tirith, Minas Morgul, Barad-dûr, Blackgate.
No, I have to correct you.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought we had them.
The point is, the point is that, as we said before, like we don't have 3D environmental artists, so people who make the buildings in 3D. So the point is, what do we do? Like, imagine that the campaign is ready, and the only thing that is missing is iconic maps. What are we going to do? Like, leave it there until we have those, which potentially would mean like years more. Because, for example, for Helm's Deep, it took 1 year to make that map. Of course, there weren't a lot of artists. Everything was being researched. So now we know a lot more stuff, but still, like we have those time constraints. Things take a lot of time. So imagine that we get to that point where the campaign is fully ready and we're just missing some iconic maps. What are we going to do? Well, we're going to release it because we can't wait for that moment. And the point is that if we release the map, the campaign, and we become more famous, etc., people play the mod, then we're going to attract more artists, we're going to join us, and then we can make those maps. Like, it doesn't make any sense to hold on for those. So far, like, we really want to have Minas Tirith in the next version, but right now we're focusing on generic maps, like the Dwarven generic settlement, the Easterling generic settlement, the Elven generic settlement, something like that. So yeah, that's kind of the point. Like we hope to have every map that is iconic map that is available for the release, but if we can't get to those, like we really don't want to wait.
To answer a few questions. I don't know about population or Mordor corruption. No, elves do have fewer armies. I know that. I don't know what the mechanic is that limits it. There actually are already historical battles. There are, there's already the Battle of the Fords of, Eisen, and the Battle of the Five Armies.
Yeah.
I don't know about anti-player bias or not. You'd have to ask Karpov. Will the game be asymmetric? Actually, again, that's more of a Karpov question. Karpov is who is in chat right now, is our lead tester. So, in terms of gameplay, he actually knows the most. But so I'm not sure, because unlike Warhammer, we don't really have superhero units. There are elite units, and hero units are going to be strong units, but it's not like Warhammer where Karl Franz can run in and decimate an army by himself.
Would there be a mechanic like in Divide and Conquer where recruitments of elite units won't be available until turn 80 or something like that? That is the Barracks event for Divide and Conquer that has been removed from the Divide and Conquer. So they think it's obsolete. So I don't think why. I don't understand why we should think it isn't. And yeah, the answer is no. Like you will have to research technology. You will have to build certain buildings. You will have to build the main settlement building in order to build the other buildings, etc., etc. So in the end, you want an organic way. Like you don't want this kind of very hard-coded limits to your game. Like you want this idea that you grow and then you unlock something. It's not something like 80 turns in, you're gonna get your units. That's not really fun. And Divide and Conquer actually understood that and they removed it.
So basically, all of our visuals are based on the movies. All of our lore is based on the books. That's the tagline, right? Did I get the tagline right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Visuals, movies, lore, books. So the question about what is the process of making custom maps with custom models? Well, I mean, first off, we have to model the custom model. It's on a basic level. These are very large, complicated, intricate models. Once that's done, Attila has a very particular texturing. What's the word? Not portfolio or profile. I can't think of the word. There's a very specific.
Atlas.
Huh?
Atlas?
No, pipeline. Attila has a very specific texturing pipeline. So you have to use this specific pipeline for texturing. And then comes technology, which is arguably one of the biggest parts, where you have to go and you have to set up the gates, you have to set up the walls, you have to set up where each unit can stand. You have to tell the AI what's a stair, what's a ladder, what's so on and so forth. And it's all very intricate. And then the easiest part, arguably, is building the terrain, which is still difficult to actually build the map, but is nothing compared to making these giant assets.
Yeah. And you can imagine how, it took us 1 year to make Helm's Deep. Like, as I said, we have researched a lot since then. Like the whole thing was a trial for us, etc., etc. But you can imagine how difficult it can be to do the same process that Leo just described for Minas
And
Tirith.
I
Like,
should say,
yep.
we have 2 people who do major custom settlements. We have 2 people. One of them is our team lead who doesn't really who can only help a bit. So more or less, we have 1.5 people working on custom settlements. So it took a year to do Helm's Deep with 1.5 people working on it. So if you know,
iconic settlements, let's say, iconic settlements.
Yes,
because like
iconic settlements might take like over a year, because we just have so few people working on them. Now, if we got more people, so if you are talented with architectural modeling, or if you know someone who is talented with architectural modeling who might be interested, send them our way. You can apply to join the team on our Discord, link to which is in the description, and we highly encourage it. And you know what? If you prove that you're great at 3D modeling and architectural modeling, and you become part of the team, you'll get access to the campaign. Think about it. Only if you prove yourself that you're actually good at it and not just there for the campaign. Okay, let me look at questions. Corsair ships will be able to get to the Gondor lands through the Anduin River. Yes. First the Corsairs will have to break through Pelagir, but once they do that, they have free reign of the Anduin. So first they have to sort of break through here, but yes, they can raid Pelagir.
Was that Egypt?
Huh?
Was that Egypt?
Yeah, that was Egypt. Actually, you're gonna see this in a minute when we're in the editor. The pyramids are actually in Harondor currently. I never removed them. Giza is just like right here.
Well, the most important thing that we should keep is the camel near Mount Doom.
Honestly, I am completely down to keep that for the
Yes. It has to become a meme or something.
People will wonder, why is there a camel in Mount Doom? Why shouldn't there be a camel?
Yeah.
But yeah, so the Corsairs of Umbar will be able to raid up to they'll be able to do what they do in the books. They'll be able to reach Minas Tirith, and they'll be able to reach Pelagir. So Pelagir is a port, and I believe it is also the main naval base for Gondor, if I'm remembering correctly. It's where Gondor starts with it's where Gondor's fleet starts, if I recall.
Yeah, I can't remember if we actually have fleet in the campaign.
Yeah, well, it's where Gondor's fleet is planned to start, anyhow.
Yeah.
And this is now processing and taking its time, so we'll answer more questions. Will
there be units that you can only recruit after you complete a quest or if you conquer a settlement? Yes. There will be units that are linked to mechanics and such.
Especially for the dwarves. That's actually one of the major dwarven features, is each time they reclaim a mansion, which is one of their unique or iconic settlements, they get a new unit. A new powerful unit, I should say. So, and when they get all of them, I believe they get easily the strongest melee unit in the game, I think. The Mansion Reclaimers?
No, it's just the Mansion Reclaimers are from Khazad-dûm.
Oh, okay. Okay, so once you take Khazad-dûm, you get it. I thought it was you had to take over all of the once you get all of them. Once you do all of them, the Space Dwarves, led by Gollum, will spawn.
Yes.
Yeah, they'll descend.
Because you'll be too powerful.
Yeah.
So you have to be nerfed and punished.
Yeah, it's the dwarves from Deep Rock Galactic, led by Gollum.
Yes. Can you have rebellions? Yes. We have changed a few of the core mechanics of the game. We encourage every one of you to go watch Andy's take video on our campaign, because it's the first time we've actually shown it around. And you will see what mechanics we added and changed, some of them at least. And one of those is instead of public order, we have militancy, which is basically the idea that your people want or do not want to fight for you. So you will not have to manage public order. You will have to manage the let's say the fate of your people in you. And if you don't take care of that, you will have incursions. So there will be, rebel armies spawning in, which can be orcs or they can be other kind of units that will spawn and attack you. Would it be financial corruption? Dealing with corruption in such a pain? Yes, there will be financial corruption. It will be nerfed, like compared to vanilla, because we want to have the Imperium mechanic. So if you don't have the Imperium, like, who cares, right? It's Imperium that mainly exponentially raises the corruption.
I don't feel like there's something I don't think we've ever. It's not a leak or anything, but there's something I don't think we've ever actually mentioned on stream or in public. Really, it's not a leak. But
what?
There will actually be a jungle region of the map. I don't know if we've ever talked about this, but there is.
No, we did.
We did? Okay. But yeah. There's like with jungle maps and jungle stuff later on down the line. It's not a priority, but we do plan on having a full jungle thing. Also, I do just want to let you guys.
A jungle gym.
Huh? A jungle gym? I was thinking, like, what if we made it so, like, it's like you have to, like, walk along, like, cliffs, like, leaning over the rivers, like, with the big trees and stuff over it. It'd be cool. I'm thinking too much Shadow of War. But honestly, if we wanted to do Shadow of War Nern, that aesthetic could work in Farharad.
I don't know. I've always felt like Shadow of War made it so different. Like it shouldn't be that different from like it's different from Mordor, from like the lava and the completely black earth and stuff. But it shouldn't be that lush. Like that is too much.
Yeah.
But we could use it for inspiration for other things.
And chat, I will let you know that once I'm done with the once I'm done processing this, I will give you guys, we will take a look at it in the editor and give it a flyover, but then I will have to go. So we've probably got another 20 minutes on stream.
Yep. Any cinematics will be added like 12-12 in the Crusade. Yeah, I mean, why not? Like, we have such amazing cinematics from Nadim, so maybe we can find a way to implement those. Custom ships models.
I'm gonna go for 1 minute. I'll be back.
Yeah, for sure. Custom ships models and pathfinding. Well, we plan to add custom ships. Unfortunately, since we don't have a lot of 3D artists, we're not really focusing on that. But there is a great sub-mod made by one of our developers with vanilla ships that are changed significantly, but still they're not completely custom. Can you choose to play as the good or rather rune with the blue wizards leading them or something? Well, we plan something like that, yeah. But we still have to implement a lot of stuff, let's say. So we'll have to see. So far, we are really trying to design a RAD in a really fun way. Like I've seen the whole not the season tree, like event tree that we have planned, and it's really cool stuff. How will the Fellowship of the Ring work? We still have no plans about the Fellowship of the Ring. Like it's not something that we really want to focus on right now. In the end, like I think it's very difficult to implement like a Fellowship of the Ring, mechanic. So maybe we will have to end up with something else, like character leading an army with the ring, going to Mordor, something like that. Any details on agent mechanics like spy, dignitary, or champion? I actually don't remember a lot, sorry, but they're pretty cool. Like we changed a lot of their powers, a lot of their skills and stuff. Like they're all different from each and every faction because, of course, like you have like something like Grima Wormtongue for Isengard, which is not like it's not really Grima Wormtongue, but you have similar stuff like human people who are serving Saruman. Um, and you have the Uruk as a champion, and whereas for Mordor you have something else. So yeah, they're really cool and unique.
Uh,
Um,
did you answer the question about the blue wizards?
yeah, I did.
Okay.
Isengard will get a unique unit if they keep the ring. For Mordor it will be Sauron, I guess. We haven't actually gotten to that part, let's say.
Yeah.
But we plan to, do something cool for Isengard if Saruman decides to keep the ring.
Yeah. And there may eventually be other chances for other factions to take the ring, but for now it is Mordor and maybe Isengard.
Yeah. Any news on how the voiceover music tool is coming along? Yeah, it's coming along great. That's it. Like we are making a lot of progress. Then thanks to Tolsky, which I don't know if he's still in the chat. So like it's still gonna take a while, but yeah, we're working on it. Where will Gollum's Doomstock Mega Empire be? As we said before, it will spawn in Nurn.
Yes.
So
he spawns with his Star Destroyers. His aquatic Star Destroyers spawn in Nurn, and he sails out from there.
Okay. Percy, if you have experience in 3D modeling but not modding, would it be okay to send you guys models so they're implementing the mod? Okay, so if you want to join the team, you can, and you don't have to put the models in game. Like we have other people who can do that for you, but you still have to join the team because, of course, like if you join the team, then we can coordinate, tell you what we need, and you pick the different, the unit that you want to work on, etc., etc. So if you have experience, please apply. Like just join our Discord. There is a recruitment channel. The top message of that channel will tell you how to apply. It's just a command, like you just write /apply in another channel, in a public channel, and then a pop-up will come up, and then you will just fill everything, and then we receive the application. In Divide and Conquer, they decide to add Vale of the Norwegian. What is your plan for that region? That region will belong to Dale, as it does in the lore, in the books. The Norwegian is not an independent faction in the books, as far as we know. We don't know anything. Divide and Conquer is dividing and conquering. Like, that's kind of the mission of the mod, the statement of the mod. Like, they divided and added a lot of factions, which is, of course, like, something that people like, but they're not necessarily based on the books when they do that kind of stuff.
I can assure you guys, there will eventually be a Dawnless Days Divide and Conquer. It's going to happen. It might be made by team members. It might not be. It will happen. Don't worry. It is guaranteed.
What about elves leaving Middle Earth as a mechanic? It's not really a cool mechanic. Like, what are you going to do? Like, just leave, get out of the map with the ships? Like, the only thing that we applied it in the sense that elves will have a very low replenishment, and it's going to be difficult for them to create armies and such. But that's it.
The question about 3D modeling. Still,
I already answered.
Oh, you did? What was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The point is that we have other people that can put assets in game that can actually do the modding part. So if you know 3D, just join us, please. No worries.
We honestly have more people who can import models than who can model. Like, I actually vaguely know how to import a model. I cannot model. Because one of them requires artistic skill, one of them requires reading a bunch of tutorials.
Yeah. tutorials that we actually have in our Discord. By the way.
Yeah. I don't know if we talked about this. Didn't someone make us like a wiki for the mod? We should put some of this info on there.
But I was trying to do it in another wiki. Like I wanted to do it in another website because it's like there are no ads in that website, which is amazing. But it's much more complicated, unfortunately. How much total work can we expect? The like it's not like the. I mean, no, you're not gonna see Gondor allying with Mordor. I mean, you can do it. It's just that you're gonna face resistance by the game itself, because maybe you do that, but then Mordor attacks you anyway. Like it's still gonna be driven by the narrative of the books. Like you can change history. Like you can be a rat and become good. You can, I don't know, become evil with one of the dwarven factions, but in the end, like it's still gonna be driven by the narrative and our events.
Gundabad is planned eventually. Khand is not playable. But you can confederate them and get their units. I don't know what the 7 clans are.
Yeah, it's the 7 clans of the dwarves. Like I can't remember. Like it's the main one is the long beards. Then you have the broad means, thief beards, whatever. Not really. Like it's not like there is something about, I don't know, becoming king of all of the dwarves so far. Like we haven't done something like that so far. But you will be able to play as different dwarven clans that have never been seen before in modding, let's say, specifically with the eastern dwarves of the Orocarni Mountains. What faction is your favorite so far in terms of events, game plan, etc.? I mean, I think it's Rohan. Come on, like it's always been Rohan, but with the new events that we've added, like the whole narrative with Theoden, it's such a great faction. And actually, this is something really cool. Normally, like in most strategic games, you will have a faction that like a faction nation, whatever, that you should play in terms of a tutorial. For the Dawnless Days, we have envisioned Rohan to be that faction, which is going to be like, you have your one enemy, which is Isengard, and Dunland, but you will be narratively driven, and you will be accompanied, during the whole thing, and you will learn how our campaign is played through Rohan.
All right, so I've just finished processing. It was a long process to process.
Yeah.
But now we will be able to take a look at Lake of Vendham in the editor. Woohoo!
Let's
go. Of course, no in-game preview because unless you're Karpov, I don't like you enough to let you see it.
Yeah. Guys, we're gonna. I just wanted to explain this. Like, we are gonna show you the campaign in its full glory whenever we want, whenever you guys want, after we have released a trailer for it.
Yes.
Like a proper trailer for it. After that, you're gonna see it everywhere. If we do a stream, if we do a preview, whatever, like it's fine. I'm gonna show you everything. But until then, you will have to see just snippets of it.
Yes. We're stringing you along until we have the big reveal.
Yeah. While you load in, I'll just finish answering. Will the Balrog be an event-based mechanic or an actual unit? We plan it to be a mechanic, I guess, but so far we haven't done anything in that direction. We will probably. If it's possible, we're gonna add it as a unit. Why not?
The three biggest.
What are the three big?
The 3 biggest factions, I think, are Rohan, Gondor, Dale.
Yeah, most likely. Yeah. I think like Arad should have like 3 provinces, or is it 2 and and something else. I don't know. I can't remember. How many custom generals will Isengard have? Like, yeah, Saruman will be added. Like in the end, like, why shouldn't we add Saruman? Like, he's just gonna stay in the towers as a governor, probably. But yeah,
You had a VTuber stream, now you had a backup stream. You know, LG, I was thinking, because you know how sometimes people do like those streams where like they build Legos or something. I got the
oh my god.
whole Lego Rivendell. I didn't build it. We could totally do
Okay.
a Q&A stream while we build like you know what I'm talking about, like the streams where people build Legos.
Yeah, do you want to do the 20k special as a
Yeah, no, I'm being
Q&A
serious.
with...
Yeah, Q&A building Lego Rivendell. I would do that.
What do you think, guys? What do you think, chat?
If you guys
like
want the 20k special to be Q&A while I build Lego Rivendell, I ain't doing a face reveal, but I can set up the camera so that it's just on the table.
Oh, hold on, I have to answer this. Like, Noah Lieberman, have you ever seen some of the most beautiful videos in our channel? Like, they are custom cinematics, like so great, made by Nadim mainly, Nadim Jalin Jabai. Like, they're so good, and you've never seen them? How dare you? Go watch them after this.
For context, the reason why LG is bringing that up is because actually I don't know if I can say that, so I'm not going to say it. Never mind.
Okay.
I stopped myself.
DM me with whatever you wanted to say. I think Mordor or Arad would be bigger than Dale Rowan. Yeah, but I mean, in terms of land size, yeah, but in terms of actual cities and stuff, no, because in the end, like, first of all, we know more about the settlements of Dale, Rohan, Gondor, etc. So it's not only natural that we will have more of those. And aside from that, like, I mean, Arad is it's a desert, so you're not gonna be as many. You're not gonna have as many cities.
So it seems we may still have some issues with Lake of Endem actually showing up on the map. However, that doesn't mean I can't still give you guys the flyover and just finish it up like this evening. So let me bring this up. Let me bring this up to, well, as much of full screen as I can make it. We gotta zoom in past the clouds. That's where we currently are. In the clouds. So, Lake of Endem, where is it? Okay, yes, no. It is currently still not working fully. However, I can show you guys some of the lakes that are fully implemented. So we have Lake of Endem there. It needs a bit more work, but other than that, so, yeah. So this right here is Long Lake, which, Esgaroth, Lake Town here, which you guys can see. So this is your campaign flyover. If you have anywhere you want me to fly to in specific, let me know in chat. So here is, and of course, Erebor, Misty Mountain.
So this
is currently
Lake Esgaroth.
Yes,
Lake
this is Lake Esgaroth, and well, it's currently just the misty...
With climate change.
Yes, it's
climate change.
Climate change. It dried up. The lake water does not appear in the editor. Alongside the very big Misty Hill, as it's known currently, since we have not finished the mountain, since I have not made the mountain asset for the Misty Mountain. And as you can see, Mordor is currently missing, but you can actually see the Sea of Nirn right here, which is traversable here, and we can come over here to the Sea of Rune, which is also traversable. You can see the cliffs and the coastlines all around it. We can pop over here, and we can see take a look at the entrance to Moria. Moria is currently not built on the map we actually don't even really have an exact design for it yet, how it's going to be on the campaign map in terms of like the caves and the caverns and the tunnels, but it is going to be there and is going to be underground to some degree.
Oh, so that is Lake Miromir,
Miromir,
right?
that's the name. Yes, Lake
Yeah.
Miromir. Do forgive all of the weird leaves on the ground. That's not there in the campaign. It's just a thing that is here with the editor. We can see here we can see Kariandros there. This is a change that was made. We've just recently cut down the so this used to be sailable all the way up to here, actually. But it was causing problems with the AI, so we cut it down to the big river, only going to here. This right here is the Rhoros Falls, which also still needs its lake that I'm building in. You can see here some of the mountains around here. The Argonath are going to go right here. But yeah, this is the Wold stepping up into the Anduin Vale up this way. We've got Isengard over here. It's so many leaves. I actually don't know what these leaves are for. I know that they don't show up in game, and you don't even have to remove them. But what they're I think that it's like in autumn that like leaves fall on the roads or something. Or no, leaves fall around the forests in autumn, I think.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
And these are there for that in Attila, and just where I just haven't removed them. Because I probably will want to put these on the places for... What am I saying? I'll probably want to do leaves for all of the forests in Middle-earth. What is up with that river? What is the river doing? Hello? I've never noticed that before. Like, it's not broken, but why? Oh. Huh. That's not how rivers are supposed to be. I'll fix that later. But yeah, chat, I'm gonna go in about 2-3 minutes, so if there's anything you guys would like to see, tell me now. That means then I gotta go. And see, oh, this is what I was saying with the pyramids here. The Lighthouse of Alexandria actually lines up, like, exactly with the Anduin. Are there gate settlements? Yes. I think. I don't know if we had to remove the gate feature because it was breaking things, but I do believe that the Black Gate functions as a gate, and that the gates of Moria function as gates.
Yeah, basically the terrain is impassable all around.
The Mahud jungles, the trees aren't here because trees don't show up in the editor, but you guys can see a bit of the Mahud jungles all the way down here. You can see where the terrain gets a lot richer and greener down here in the south. It's a very limited area. There's only going to be like 1 or 2 settlements. I think maybe there's 3 settlements in the Mahud jungle because I think it's 1 province down here. But you can see here, this is where the Mahud jungle is going to be. With the eastern mountains coming up here. Let me see if I can find some of the pathways into the the Orikani settlements. Here we go. We can see here in these like big pathways going through the mountains. These are going to be cut down more and decorated with cliffs and whatnot. But these pathways are where you're going to traverse to reach all of the dwarven settlements in the mountains. And likewise, over here, you can see the pathways through the Misty Mountains, where Goblin Town and everything shall be. Bree and Shire are right over this. Where are they? They're right. Oh, Shire. Bree is right here. Yes, Bree is right here.
Yeah.
And the Shire is right here. For those of you who don't know, if you play the campaign, the mod, which is the download link is in the description, there's actually a couple of Easter eggs hidden around here, in this region specifically. Yeah. Anonymous, I will fight every day for a playable Hobbit faction. they shun me for it and say that I and seek to silence my cries for a Hobbit faction, but I will persevere, and there will be a playable Hobbit faction, and it will be the most played faction. I'm telling you, LG, if we have a Hobbit faction, it will be the most played. Like, it won't have the most time spent in it. Like, people will only play it for, like, 3 turns, but everybody will play it.
Yeah, you're just gonna get a lot of debuffs because you're not eating your second breakfast, or because you're eating it. So
yeah,
basically, you don't have the time to do
a
lot of things.
You're just chilling.
Guys, Leo, do you want to?
If there's any closing statements you want to make,
guys. So the stream is closing. So first of all, I wanted to say thank you to Leo for coming back into the dungeon. Like, I'm very happy to be here with him once again and to see his work in the mod. So thank you, Leo. And other than that, guys, please go watch the campaign reveal video by Andy Stake. There is a lot of interesting stuff there. I'm gonna post the video now in the chat, so go watch it after the stream. And thank you, everyone.
All right. Yes. And again, link to the Discord is in the description, along with mod download link, and I think a link to our Reddit maybe. So join those if you haven't already. Download the mod if you haven't already. And other than that, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, do so. I'm hoping to upload some clips from streams, maybe edit them a bit, with LG's permission, of course. I'll talk to you about that later. I know I'm just spraying that on you. But as I said before, I'm hoping to maybe do an average of 2 streams a week. Really get the YouTube train going. So make sure to subscribe, put on notifications if you haven't already. And yeah, so I hope to see you guys all again soon. Bye.
Bye.
And stream. I had to end the stream.